Hey Nesters! Today there's two reasons we are doing this video. So I was on Facebook scrolling through some of the antique shops. There was no rummage sales going on this weekend, so I was thinking I'd go antiquing. So I was glancing through their photos and then I found something that I really wanted to get. And then I looked at the date and it was available a month ago. So I'm not for sure if I'm gonna be able to find it. So I'm gonna head down there and we're gonna go see if we can find it. So that will be fun. And the other reason is Jocelyn, you guys probably know her as CrazyLampLady. She invited me and a few of her other friends to do a whatnot sale raid train. So she's gonna kick it off at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, April 30th, and it will go on for a little bit. I'll put a schedule at the end of the video, so let's go. So this is the photo I happened upon when I was checking out an antique mall, just seeing what they might have available, and I found myself scrolling back and back. This was taking 1 month before I went on my trip trying to find this adorable little baby here. I was looking for some glass pieces as well for this sale, and I did find this vintage Fenton. It has this silver crest ruffles, really pretty with a pink inside of it. It's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, however. For resale purposes, got a cute little Donald. It's like the only Disney character I really like. Always gravitate towards the Donald. We have some Pyrex nesting bowls here with the butterfly gold. This is the first version of butterfly gold that came out in 1972. They did come out with a second version in 1979, which is a little bit harder to find. They only lasted a few years, from like 79 to 81, I think was the last printing of it. I still have not found the baby, but I did find Larry, Curly, and Moe. I did find this piece of glass. It's kind of an amberina, and it was on sale for $20. It had some controlled bubbles throughout the piece and seemed to be really good quality. I did find a baby, not the baby though. Look at this one. This figurine was cracking me up. Isn't this hilarious? I have never seen this before. At first I thought it was the mom, but then when I flipped it over, it says it's the nanny. So yeah, she's not having a good day. And they did put a helpful tag on there. It says exasperated nanny. Oh, that's too funny. This is a cute little booth. They have a lot of a good variety of little things. Look at these dolls. Now, this one was surprising to me. It looks pretty old, but then after I was searching around and reading the tag, it was saying that it was a hard to find, let's see if we can get it. So rare, hard to find with tag Mad Hatter, Madam Alexander McDonald's, and it says 2010 on that tag, so it's only from 2010 at McDonald's. I've never heard of that, but it definitely looked older. It's kind of interesting. I about had a heart attack when I was reaching for this little cardinal bird back here and this paper fell. I was like, oh no, I thought it was glass at first. And I was like, okay, it's just a piece of paper. But this is so pretty. They had two of them. It looks like they probably glows with some cadmium in it as well. It's the bottom there. I'm pretty sure that'll take to a blacklight. It is signed Leo Ward from 1986. They're asking $25 for it, and that's about what they go for, so you know, not something I can, I don't have any room to resell it, and I don't want it myself. They had a variety of vintage toys. I like the horse in this bag. It's a fun set. And this is a daisy and button that I hadn't seen before. It's footed, but it also had this metal hanger on it. I thought that was pretty interesting. It did have a chip on it, where I probably would have picked it up at $8. It's very pretty. Look at this piece. That's gorgeous. I always like seeing these Kemple whale and fish jars. They're so fun. This green one's beautiful. I did find a small box of ephemera, some old photographs down here that I wanted to sift through a little bit. It was fun to look at. Check this one out. I thought this was interesting. It says Daisy Chain 1909. What do you think the story is behind that? It's a postcard. I don't know. That's interesting to me. I'm always curious if I'll find any family members locally here when I'm looking through stuff like this. So I always like to glance at the photos. I mean, not that I necessarily recognize my older ancestors, but, you know, hopefully there's a name or something. I was so surprised. This jar here, the pure fruit juice from your milkman. I didn't know milkmen did that. I thought they just dropped off milk. Love the vibrant colors on it, and maybe it was just like a Florida thing. There are oranges on it. Where are you, baby? I am still on the hunt for the little baby. I'm not sure that I'm going to find it. At this point, I have walked around the entire store and I've made it to the last aisle. I adore this wooden box set here. Great with a fruit pattern. Got a lobster mold. These shelves are packed. There's lots to take in. Oh, some really cool jars in the back. You see that? It's kind of hard to reach back there. It's above my head. Those are fun. Hopefully you guys can kind of see the jars I'm talking about. This eagle caught my attention. I want to take a closer look at him. And I was very surprised. It says it's a decanter. It had whiskey in it. How does that work? Just casually have an eagle in your pocket and pull it out and have a little sip or what? What's going on with this? I don't understand. I guess it is from Scotland. Is this a Scotland thing? Or it's like, oh, that's just a figurine on my shelf, and then, you know, you can have a drink at your leisure, and it's kind of like undercover or something. I don't really get it. This shelf had 2 huge stacks of vintage linens. There were some really great ones in here. I did pull a few out to look over. As you can see, the purple edged one here was so stunning. They're only asking $3 for them, which was a great deal. They did have some staining on them, so it was a matter of if I wanted to work out the stains or not to resell them. This one also was awesome. The edging kind of reminded me of watermelon. So much work goes into these, I would imagine. I've never made one myself, but my grandmother and mother were crafty like that, and I know how much time they spent on things. Lots of doilies here. It's a lion and a turtle figurines, pretty adorable. And up on the top shelf, this was really cute as well. A little planter. Isn't that fun? It's USA pottery. I like the little bonnet on the duck. They were asking 10. It says it's Shawnee. So as you can see, these shelves are pretty good size, and I've done antique booths in the past. I've also had a shelf like this. It's a good way to start out if you want to get into a antique mall. A lot of times they'll have a shelf open before a booth and kind of work your way up to a booth. Now I know these paperweight things are very popular. I don't really understand them, to be honest. These are, well, this one's $10. I like the colors inside, but it doesn't really have any like floral design. It's just kind of like swooshed around. This one's also 10. I don't know that these are anything special. Maybe they are. I wanted to show you this horse I found on the top shelf. I thought it was just the horse at first, but it's part of a clock. I'm literally making my way back down the aisle, heading to the cash register with my other things I picked up. And this gentleman was still in front of the first booth I didn't look at, and sure enough, the baby was there the whole time. So I just didn't see it because I did pass by a person that was looking in that area, and I checked out the other ones first, and it was the very last place I looked. I was actually surprised it was a head vase as well, and that was just an extra bonus. I thought she was so wholesome and so absolutely kitschy and just perfect, so I wanted to pick her up for sure. I couldn't believe that after a month she was still sitting there. So here are some of the items I pulled for Sunday's sale. I have this really beautiful teal and poly Italian glass jar. It has the circus tent lid here, and it's in really great shape. There is an original like little, you see this little nub here that pokes out. It's a little pokey, so you know, maybe someone could file that down. I don't quite dare to, but other than that, it's really beautiful and perfect. So I'll have that available. I love the optic design to that. It's so pretty. I also have this dimensional rose vase here. Very beautiful. So that will be available. Then we have this hand holding a trumpet flower vase. Isn't that so stunning? I love the hand artwork on that. It's gorgeous. It's USA pottery. So pretty. And I have this Heint pottery lamb. This is handmade pottery. Has such a cool dimensional look to the lamb. And you know, it's hand formed, so it isn't perfectly shaped like you would get, you know, if a machine did it. And I really like that. It has character to it. You know, it has a little original like divots in it there. And this one like there. I don't think it's a chip. It could be, but I think it's just like, you know, how they form the clay. And you can see it is signed up here with a hint, or Heint, however you say it. It's probably Heint. And a little bit at the ear there is a little bit of a spot, but you know, I think it's beautiful. I really love this piece. You can see it's definitely handmade. So cool. So that will also be available. I also will have the Crackle Blue vase. This was a very recent find. So that's gonna be up there. Been finding a lot of blue lately, it seems. I'm drawn to blue. And then we have the Weeping Gold vase here with the black. Very stunning. 24 karat gold. So we'll have that as well. I also will have the Westmoreland Milk Glass fan vase here. It is in the old quilt pattern. Really stunning piece for milk glass collectors. I think it's a fun one. So I'll have that available as well. Just have the Westmoreland, there we go. It does have the Westmoreland signature at the bottom of it there. And I've had this for a while. I had tried to sell it locally in my booth, you know, being in New England. Nautical usually sells pretty well, but it never sold in my booth. So I think I'm gonna bring it to the sale because I think it's a really unique piece. So, you know, it's a cloche here with the stand. And then this is in a, what do they call that? Not enamel, what am I thinking of? Resin, there we go. So it's in like a resin with this really cool, like seashell. They kind of like have mermaid vibes to me, the way the colors are. You got a sand dollar and a starfish up there. It's really fun. It's a little bit footed, so we'll see if we have an audience for that piece. I think it's a really, really awesome piece. We're just gonna find the right home for that. I do have one glowy glass item I'm going to bring. And this glows orange, so cadmium or cadmium, however you just say it. You can see the glow there. It's a very pretty orange. The edge will go too. It's a little hard to have the light on, but you guys get the idea. So it does glow. So I'm gonna bring that as well. This piece is in pretty good condition. You know, it's got age to it, so it does have some light scratches on it, and there's like one right there. There's like one little divot there, but overall I think it's a really great piece. So we'll see. We'll see if anyone would like that, but I thought that was a fun one. I love the yellow. I thought it'd be good for spring. And way in the back there, I have a really beautiful Hull pottery console bowl with the 2 candlesticks. It's in the woodland pattern. It's very beautiful. I love the blue and green together. A little bit of pink with the florals. I'll show you a candlestick here. Isn't that gorgeous? So that'll also be available in the Whatnot sale. A lot of us are bringing pottery and glass because it's kind of what Jocelyn's known for, and she kind of asked us to bring a lot of that. So I did try to gather those things, but I think this is also a really cool piece. So I wanted to bring this. It's actually handmade here locally in Maine, and you know, it has like a grandpa's shop. It's like signed on the bottom somewhere, and It's a hummingbird getting nectar out of the flowers here. It's a little bit engraved and painted. It's got a little patina to the hinges. It does open up here, and it has a nice little storage spot, and then it also has a little drawer you can pull out at the bottom as well. So I thought this was a really fun piece, and again, reminded me of spring. I was trying to think spring as well, so I thought that would be a fun one to bring to the sale as well. And of course, we can't forget the baby. I am bringing her to the sale. I thought she was just so adorable. Check her out. She looks very realistic. Her eyes almost look like there's a little bit of water in them, right? Just the way they painted it. The rosy cheeks. It's so gorgeous. It does have the spaghetti around the bonnet. I just think it's so stunning and so wholesome. I absolutely adore it. And it's a head vase. I didn't expect it to be a head vase when I was looking for it. I just thought it was gonna be like a little bust figurine, but oh my goodness. When I saw it was a head vase, I was like, even better. It's pretty clean on the inside. It just have a few, you know, dirt stains from being used as a planter, but overall not bad at all. And yeah, I can't believe that. I'm so happy I found her. I really thought it was an impossible mission, to be honest, to be there for a whole month. Can you believe that? I don't understand how she was still sitting there, but yeah, she'll be heading off to Whatnot here and hopefully finding a new home. So cute. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what item you're most excited about for the sale. And thank you for going on the hunt for this beautiful little head vase. I can't believe I found her. Amazing. I'm still surprised she was still there, so can't get over it. I hope I can find her a good home, and yeah, she's just so gorgeous. I'm excited about that one. And yeah, I hope to see you guys at the sale. I'm on at 4 p.m. until 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and then I'm passing it on over to Kate at Follow My Bug Vintage. So hope to see you over there. And yeah, thanks Jocelyn for inviting me and putting on this train. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see y'all then. Bye. So here is the schedule of the Crazy Lamp Lady's raid train. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern with Crazy Lamp Lady Jocelyn, and it runs on through till 5:30 with Dagny over at FlyingPigThrifts. I am on at 4 p.m. Nesting Haven until 4:30 p.m. and lots of other great sellers. So I hope you guys can make it over on Whatnot. I do have a link down below. If you guys are not on there already, you can go ahead and click that and check it out.